Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. Today's video is kind of a special one. It is an interview and a reaction to League of Distortion. Now, League of Distortion, we love their first album, came out last year, and it was absolutely provocative. It had everybody talking with tracks that were a little bit naughty, a little bit daring, a little bit in your face, and that's what we need from our metal music these days. Subject matter that not only makes you feel, but makes you think. So they continue that off with their second album called Galvanize. Galvanize comes out on October 25th, 2024, which is a special day for me because it's my 50th birthday. Yes, I'm old AF. But this band is new with a new album, and this album has a lot of those same in-your-face attitude and ideas that they had in their original album, but to the next level. So I have an opportunity to sit down with Ace, the lead singer of this band. We discussed this album, the different ideas. Some of the videos that have already been released hit you in your heart, but they also make you think. Some of them will amplify you and make you want to take off and take on the world, and some will make you want to stand your ground and fight it out. And then after our little conversation, I'm also going to do a reaction to the new song called Chainsaw. So sit down and relax, because after I play my intro theme, we're going to sit down with Ace from League of Distortion. In the YouTube reaction system, certain videos must be reacted to by highly trained specialists. Unfortunately, we only have this idiot. Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. I have the privilege, the honor, nay, I say the excited, galvanizing experience to talk to Ace again. How are you?
Great. It's always so great talking to you. I was looking forward when I saw you're the interview partner #1 for me today. So I'm like, yeah, this is so cool.
let's get the idiot out of the way first.
No.
Hey, I said it, not you. It's totally fine. Okay, so the last time we talked about how shocking the first album was, and how the band's just explosion onto the scene was making people go, what the hell is that? Well, we have not changed anything. People are still going, oh my God, the new album. What the hell is that? So you must be very excited.
Absolutely. Yes. It's incredible. It all went quite fast, but we're enjoying every moment of it.
Oh, awesome. So the new album is Galvanized, and it comes out October 25th.
Happy birthday!
Aha! She caught that! Yeah! See, that's the best birthday present ever, I think. Now, to Galvanize, I noticed that you guys put on the promo material to Galvanize is to charge someone, to cause them to take action due to either a shocking or an electrifying experience. That is true, but you know that there's another definition to the word galvanize.
Absolutely.
Which is where you take a metal that is raw, a metal that is easily corrupted or corroded, and by putting them into a substance of zinc and electrifyingly bonding it, you're now protected for further harm. I think both exact definitions work perfectly for this album.
100%. And you know what? I've been quoting you on that because I heard you take this definition and it fits so perfectly. And I love that about art. You know, I think about a lot, believe me, but I don't think about everything. And I love it when people say, you know what, I have this feeling, I have this interpretation, or I have this quote or this explanation for it. And it just all fits. I love that so much.
To be able to take someone or something or an experience or something from your past, you clean it away. Sometimes it leaves pits, sometimes it leaves scarring, but then to galvanize over it to where that same issue, the same environment, the same situations can't penetrate or disturb that material again is part of the healing, but it's also the part of the galvanizing yourself against it. It's very apropos for this situation. We talked about last time about all these kind of naughty / aggressive / unique sounds from the first album. And when I did my first reaction to the first single you guys produced, which is My Hate Will Go On, I made jokes at the beginning because of just the play on words with the whole Titanic thing and everything else. But to see the little girl and to see her and you and her, and then the story that you played, I said that the first time that we spoke again after that reaction, I want to tell you that stomps on someone's heart, especially a parent. And I'm still haunted by it, but in a good way. It was an amazing video, amazing song. What are your thoughts about it? Because it seems like it was a very emotional, impactful thing to do.
Absolutely. And it was such a big wish for me to give this song with this title that is a little bit with humor. Obviously, my hate will go on, my heart will go on. And it doesn't have anything to do with Celine Dion or Titanic. No. And to take this title and really move it into where I want it to be, something very personal, something very strong and emotional, but in the typical League of Distortion way of taking things over the top, of exaggerating a bit or showing the worst case scenario of what could happen in this situation. To turn it around, just treat yourselves or each other well. Don't kill other people's parents, and then we're all good.
Yeah, let's not take it that far. It is a music video. It's impactful, but please don't repeat this. This is a lesson. Yeah, this is a lesson for you what not to do. Okay, the second song, of course, Galvanize. Such an energy. What a look. It's a lot of chrome and silver, a lot of metallic vibes to it. I talked about the musicianship. The guys really took it a step up in this album. They were the first album was of course great, but just Axon and Aeon did such an amazing job in the rhythms to just generate such a powerful flow, yet very abrupt. Metal has a tendency to have kind of a marching feel to it, or sometimes that horse gallop to it, that traditional vibe. This one was flowing so well in the rhythm section. They just really just took off on it. Of course, Arrow is masterful in his guitar work. That's why it sounds the way it does. What an amazing musical score for this album. So I have to give the guys a tip of the hat. As powerful as you are, as beautiful as your voice is, as much of a statement as you make both in your vocal presence and your physical presence, without that musical score that make you guys a band, it doesn't, it's not the same. And it sounds like this is an album that's very complete for you. Is that how you're feeling with the sound of the band right now?
Absolutely. It feels a little bit more mature than the first one. And you know, the first time we played Galvanize, the song live, it was a couple of weeks ago at one of the festivals. It was incredible. It just feels so good to take these songs on stage and to galvanize the people in the audience and just to overroll them with all our power and love and energy. And that's just what it's about for us. It's just so absolutely amazing.
In the video for LOD, which is from the other album, but it was just released just a few months ago to cap off that amazing cycle for that album. It shows that live performance. It shows that interaction for you and the people that show up for the shows. I think it's very interesting because the way that since LOD is so new, a lot of people will go to a concert to see Camelot or to see this big band. All of a sudden LOD comes out to start that show and they leave that show going kind of like what I did. What the, I must find out more. And so it's really paid well for you guys. You said that there's a more mature sound, and I agree. Until this morning when I opened up my Instagram and there you were wielding lumber equipment, like you're trying to deforest things, but it was not trees you were going to cut. Tell us about this song, Chainsaw, because as soon as we're done talking, I'm filming the reaction for this. What the hell's going on?
I am so curious to see your reaction to Chainsaw. Just to not forget this, I wanted to say that your reaction to my hate was so on point, and I loved it so much, how you got every emotional thing and thought we put into that, you were like pointing that out as if I had sent you the script before, so you know everything. You know what? It was like you just got it, and I was like, yes. And if only 30% get it the way you do, then I'm happy.
People tell me that all the time. Bands will tell me, like, you see arrangements, you see story in music. You don't just talk about a guitar solo or this or that. I think it's something that I am thankful to the heavens that I have that ability, but I think it's because I emotionally open myself to music like that. And I can tell everyone now, it is confirmed. I do not know anything before we talk. I don't know anything about things before I do a reaction. You know this. I think the only thing I know ahead of time is I need to make sure my sides are shaved properly so we match. But other than that, that's the only thing we share. That and a love for music. Okay, so you talked about maturity. We're going to talk about Chainsaw. It looks brutal. I hope it is.
It is.
Okay, you said it's a more mature album, yet with wonderful family-oriented classical titles like Suck My Blood and Crucify Me, it's still extremely edgy. I think when I tell people about, when I would say, they ask me, explain League of Distortion. Have you seen Ace's footwear? Yeah, there's a reason why she wears those big boots. It's because she will literally kick you in the face with the music and then give you a big, heartfelt, real hug afterwards. Suck My Blood, Crucify Me, and that obviously is kind of echoed from the first album, given that edge, that we're still who we are. Can you tell me about those two tracks and what else is going on behind all that?
Absolutely. Suck My Blood was actually the first song we finished, or not we finished, but we got done layout wise for this second record. And it just feels like the DNA of League of Distortion. And I wanted to write a song, it's about toxic relationships, but kind of refers to, you know, a mosquito or a leech on your skin. Those are two different things. And I really got into the biological topics with how the mosquito injects their venom and the spike, and you know, so this is kind of the things I love, to take another whole universe in my topic I want to talk about, and give the people who might suffer from toxic relationships, either it's a partner or a boss or a colleague or a family member. There's so much toxicity going on, and sometimes you don't even notice, but maybe a song like that can make you think about it and say, oh, you know what, this is kind of what's going on with me. I might have to take a closer look at that. And it's hard to get out, but it's worth trying.
When you talked about the biology of it, it's very, very poignant, because as a biologist myself, when I talk to people and they talk about relationships, is the relationship a symbiotic relationship where both people are supporting the other? Because sometimes that can happen between two organisms. Or is it a parasite? I think people get confused in relationships as to whether the person or the situation is symbiotic, or if one of you is just being a parasite. And if you don't notice it, yeah, there we are. Then it can really be Suck My Blood. Crucify Me. That's a very strong title for a song. What's up with that one?
Yes, it's actually, it's a song that has nothing to do with church or anything in that field. That was actually kind of important to me. I mean, I covered my problems with the Catholic Church in Sin, and I made that pretty clear. So that wasn't necessarily something I wanted to dig up again. But just being crucified, being put on the pole and leaving to die, that's kind of the picture that was in my mind for this slogan. And the song is actually from the point of view of an AI. Like, I am the artificial intelligence singing to the humans, you created me, but you can't take me back. I'm here now. You're trying to make me responsible. You're trying to crucify me now, but you can't kill what you created. And I'm here and you got to deal with me now.
Okay, now you're getting deep.
That's what we do.
That's what you do. Speaking of a very strong subject matter, I know that this one's going to be very, very important to you. So that's why I'm leaving this one for the last one I want to ask about. What's wrong with her? This one's specific because it's a very dark world. I know that you personally, and I'm grateful that you and other artists take the chance to talk about the complex issues for people out there, inner struggles for people in their unique place in the world or in their lives. So I want to make sure we do this one last because when I read the title, I was like, this one's going to be important. So tell us about what's wrong with her.
Yeah, that's an absolute important song to me. It's about envy between women. And I am lucky that I haven't experienced it that much. I've been lucky working with great women, being straightforward, being able to be honest about things. But I know, and of course I have also experienced it, I know there's women out there who don't talk straightforward about a problem, about something. It's just behind their back, talking shit or spreading rumors or making something up because they feel maybe even uncomfortable with themselves, and they can't be happy for the other woman to do their thing, to go their way, to be successful. And that's something it's very important to me to think about that as a woman. How do I deal with successful women or with pretty women, or how would I deal with them? And I just hope for us all to be more honest, to be more straightforward, to be not to envy, but to wish good for the other person and be kind, you know?
I think you are someone who could speak to that, considering you're one of 3 divas, gorgeous goddesses in another project of yours. So you would know what it's like to talk to amazing women and communicate and to collaborate and to work with them. As a father of 3 daughters, as a man, sometimes I wonder why they communicate the way they do. And sometimes I watch them say things to each other that I'm like, oh my God, please, how could you say that? And then I realize men are different in that way. When guys, they'll just talk crap to a guy's face, they'll fight it, throw hands, and then they're hugging it out. Women are way more complex than that. Men are simple. We're very Neanderthalish in that way. It's part of our, but women are more complex. They're more introspective. So that also translates to conflict. And a woman can do more damage indirectly to other women and to everyone really than a man can because of the complexity of how their reasoning is. And that's why when you said what's wrong with her, and then I read in the promo package, it says it deals with the theme of envy and competitive behavior among women. I went, wow, with the title, What's Wrong with Her? I wasn't thinking that it was a song for women, about women, talking and communication issues amongst women. So I was like, I got to ask her about this, because if it can give me some insight to keep my kids from fighting, that'd be awesome. But like I said, in this world, especially now with social media, people don't even have to stand in front of someone. They could do massive amounts of damage and harm from a long distance. And it's, I, as a father, watching my daughters and seeing them go through those things with their friends, and literally watching my youngest go from she's my bestie to I can't stand her, I never want to speak to her again within 30 minutes. So, and as a young lady turns into a woman, and then she continues on her journey and her identity through her entire life experience, it doesn't get any easier. So I'm looking forward to listening to that song for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think most problems can just disappear by being honest and being straightforward and saying, you know what, I feel bad about myself at the moment, and that's why I'm reacting that way. And of course, that's a mature thing to do. And it's good to be a child or a teenager and just to explode about, things that are maybe for us adults not that important. That's things you got to learn. But some people take that into maturity, or not maturity, into being grown up. And in the grown up world, I think it's even more important to be honest, to be straightforward, to say what you think and what you feel, and not having this misunderstanding webbing into a huge problem. Although you just could say, you know what, I didn't understand your reaction yesterday. Why did you look at me that way? And then the person says, blah blah blah, and then the whole problem is gone.
Yeah, you know what? For all the bravado and all the lights and the flashing and the grit and the stuff that's designed to shock us and all these other things that LOD has done in both albums, there's something really approachable and meaningful and heartfelt that there's going to be a song on this album that on the outside may look something completely different to me, that may really touch someone else personally, and either be something that stops a hurt, heals a hurt, or inspires them to move past things that they normally wouldn't think to do. I think that's one of the things that we talked about last time, and it continues into this album. So no matter what, I want to say this again to you. You're really doing something special for people. I've never thought of LOD's music as something that's for clicks, clickbait, or for vibes, or for some sort of trying to manipulate everyone. It's been a personal journey, and I feel that, I'm sure it's already happened to you already. I'm sure many times where someone will go up to you after a show or before a show and say, Ace, this song, you have no idea, this song changed something in my life. And that's something that you and the guys can say, you know what? All this work we've done, we made a difference in people's lives. I think we're good. And
Absolutely.
Not all bands can say that, but I can honestly tell you right to your face, that's how I feel about your music. I really, really, really do.
Thank you, because that is the most important thing to me. I know I can help a friend by talking to her or him about a problem and trying to give my 5 cents to solve it or to make her feel better. But I've noticed, or I've recognized, that I can reach even more people with this positivity and with this empowerment. And that's what we're aiming for. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna continue. And for me, Chainsaw, for example, just to also say a couple of words about that, because it opens up a little more. This song is about all the injustice in the world, or specific situation or specific situations where you feel this can't be, this is a person who is unfair, and how can he be so well? Or there's people who only think about themselves, and they get up there and they treat other people like shit, and that's not fair. And sometimes I'm like struggling with my hope that there will be fairness in the end. And that's why we wrote Chainsaw, because we hope that there will be a payback for the people who treat other people like shit, that karma will come, karma will hit, and you can't run away from that. It will get to you. And to be honest, sometimes the song even makes me feel better when there's a situation where I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. And then I'm like, okay, trying to believe my own words and give this to other people. It will turn out in the end, and it will be fair in the end.
Everybody, this is Ace. I follow you on Instagram. I follow you on social media. I don't follow a lot of people, but you're one of the people that I follow. Do all of you need to do yourself a favor. Check out the album. It's Galvanize, comes October 25th. Pre-order, save it, get ready for it. If you get a chance to see LOD live in the coming tours, please do so. But if you think about it, do yourself a favor. Follow her on social media. Can I even say you want to say your real name so they can follow you? Because it doesn't say Ace.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Follow Anna. It's Anna Brunner, right?
Yeah, Anna Brunner official.
Okay, so please
There's
follow
too
her.
many Anna Brunners in Germany. You know?
Yeah, there's a couple. And the reason why I want all of you to follow her on social media, it has a lot to do with the band's music, but also the things that they talk about in these albums. Ace lives them every day, and she will actually share little inflections, little thoughts, little ideas that help support the art and her music going forward. Every day that I see you post, I know it's never something frivolous. It's usually something that hits me right here. And I want to thank you for that too. Everybody, League of Distortion, new album Galvanize comes out October 25th. This is Ace. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, that was our conversation with Ace. Of course, Anna Brunner from League of Distortion. This is the new one, Chainsaw. The album is coming out October 25th. Pre-order now. The link is in the description below, of course. This is Chainsaw. Like she said, I don't know if anyone's ready for this one, so let's see how this goes. 5 minutes, 12 seconds, presented by Napalm Records. League of Distortion. Let's go. Dick. Sorry.
The world is cruel, brutal injustice cuts so deep, narcotics fueled, naked self-interest takes the lead, slice of the cake. They overgorge and still want more, everyone takes, but nothing's left for us. What the fuck is wrong? Things don't come along. Fate will prove this wrong. Life is like a chainsaw. It comes around and cuts you off. Vengeance will get back for your deliberate actions.
All right, this guy in the car is showing expert levels of douchebaggery. Douchebag in an Audi. Yeah, we see it. We see it all the time. A little bit of it's a chaos situation, right? So the guy is so important about his appearance and so many things, but is there any sense of balance in him? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't like this guy. It's not my style at all.
Can't break loose of Washington. It's like a chainsaw. Punishment strikes, there's no resort. You can't escape it, will hit back even harder. Wait for it to reap what you sow. Life is like a chainsaw.
Okay, seriously, of all the times that we go and we have those videos, right, from these European metal bands where there's a dark forest and there's a creepy figure in the forest, and you know that as the innocent person goes into that forest, something horrible is going to happen to them. Based upon the beginning of this video and how this guy has acted since he pulled up in that Audi of his, I'm totally fine with something bad happening to him in the woods. Is that bad of me? Probably, but I'm an excellent judge of character. Dude, bad things are about to happen to you. I'm totally okay with it. Just saying. Let's be honest, you did it to yourself.
We overheat, simmer with rage, it's dangerous, so obsolete. The cutting teeth enter your flesh, release the brake. There's no return, you can't react, now it's too late. What you put out comes back. chainsaw. It comes around and cuts you more. Vengeance will get back for your deliberate actions. Can't break loose of Washington. It's like a chainsaw. Punishment strikes, there's no result. You can't escape it, will hit back even harder. Wait for it to reap what you sow. Life is like a chainsaw.
Okay, this song is very chorus heavy, very melodic heavy in the chorus. And for a song that you really expect to have a lot of aggressiveness because of the content of the lyrics and such, you would think that that would be the case. However, it is very light in its arrangement. Here's the other thing that I really wished we'd gotten to see on this one, okay? Go with me on this. That little tag musical transition into the reprisal chorus, a lot of bands do it. That's normally where you put your guitar solo or your musical breakdown. Could you imagine if they had changed up the timing signature and did not necessarily a guitar breakdown, but if it had been just the bass and drums doing a staccato alternating rhythm off count to where it sounds like the 2-cycle engine of a chainsaw idling. And then literally do like a rapid count, like a chainsaw revving out to go into the, that would be, you know, but I'm just fantasy writing it, right? Hindsight's 2020 now that you've seen this, but yeah, these are the kind of things that, you know, my brain works differently than some people, which explains all the crap you see behind me. Anyway, there you go. My conversation with Ace. What an amazing album this is going to be. Holy crap. Pre-order it now. Galvanize from League of Distortion. If you loved the first one, if you thought the first one was gritty and a little naughty and a little irreverent, it was. This one, they kind of did the Spinal Tap to it. They took that and then they took it up to 11. That's what we want. Check it out now. Pre-order it. Links in the description below. Thank you to Ace and to all the guys from League of Distortion. I'm really looking forward to this album and looking forward to also what comes up after a new album, possibly touring. 2025 is going to be a wonderful year for them. I can see it coming. And with that, thank you so very much for being here. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this smoke ball together. We'll see you later.